Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi. Tumeona mkono wake Bwana. Guys, I'm entering to a kitchen. I don't know where to start. Have you ever left your kitchen and kept and you're just entering in the evening? It is evening. I'm just entering this kitchen. I don't know where to start. Because this kitchen, I just left just like that. I did not get time to even do much. Oh yeah, this kitchen, this house of mine. In this life where we don't have help, you are just there, you're surviving your own way. So anyway, we have to survive because we have to work. You know guys, you have to go to work. So even if you stayed, let me ask you, even if you stayed the whole day in the house, doing the cleaning, and you did not go to work, and money is required for this and that, and where will that money come from? Because your kitchen is very clean, and you left it very, very clean, and it is still very, very clean, and now bills have to be paid, but there is no money. What will you do? You know, there are some things we should ask ourselves. So we have to work, do what you can. By the way, don't you ever kill yourself with this. Like now, this, let me show you guys, this kitchen of mine is just a mess. It is just a mess. Because since yesterday, I've been saying I'm gonna clear some things here. And oh my God, I've not been able to do so much because time passed up. And I wanted to these 3 bags, as you have been seeing here, I wanted them removed, put in one pack, because there are times you do that. There are times you just do that. Instead of having so many packets in the kitchen, you consolidate them into one, and that's what I've been wanting to do. So what chores in the kitchen, guys, that's what we are discussing here today. So please subscribe to this channel, Never Age TV. Chores in the kitchen. How do you handle them? How do you go about these chores? Who helps you? Do you have help? And if you don't have help, how do you manage? You know, how do you manage? Because alone, when working, how do you manage? I know many people work and they don't have help. And they work. Because so is life. And so is life. You will work and you will clean and you will look after kids and you will help them do the homework. You will do everything because you have to. And guys, in this kitchen of mine, I'm just thinking now, where do I start? How do I start? Where do I start? I just left it like this in the morning. This is evening. I'm back. And there are a few things I have to put in place before starting to cook. And what am I cooking? If you see plates, I mean sufrias, cooking pots on the microwave, get to know this place was left out and kept. This is not like me, but I was in a very big hurry when leaving, and I had to leave fast and come and do the necessary later. So I'm back, and where do I start? Usually when you come in, you check on a few things. Like there's food that was not put in the fridge. Can you imagine? It was forgotten out here. And you know, if food is, let me tell you something guys, if you ever forget your food out there on the cooker, food that is not put in the fridge, don't you ever try to eat that food, because you get food poisoning and you are back in hospital again. Now you are going to hospital. And what time do you have to even go to the hospital, guys? What time do you have? So avoid foods that were forgotten out there. Just leave them. Leave them. Don't touch them. Because there's something I did one time. I found food here. I was very hungry. You know, when you come from work, you are hungry at times. You want to take a bite. And there was food, and I said, oh, this food, I forgot to put it in the microwave. So, hey, opening like this, I said, okay, That one, I think I'll take a bite first. And I eat that food. You know what? When the weather is very, very, very hot, food goes bad very, very fast. And again, if at all that food was in the fridge, if that food was in the fridge, and now it is out, it's been out the whole day, don't you ever make a mistake of eating that food. I'm telling you for sure, guys. Don't you make a mistake of eating that food, because it's going to poison you. Food poisoning. It's going to poison you. And would you rather get satisfied and get sick tomorrow morning? Hey, food that was forgotten and not put in the fridge, leave it there. There are many times I forget mine because, as I told you, I live in a hurry at times, and I'm unable to do everything. Especially if I happen to wake up late, I'll just leave and go. And later is when I will remember, oh, that food was out there. And you will ask why I don't put that food immediately after supper in the fridge. And I'll tell you this, guys. There are people who, let me tell you this. Maybe you don't know it, or maybe it doesn't happen in your localities. There are people who are not home early when others are eating. They're not home, they have not come, they are just out there in the world. So, the food we cook is called ugali. Most of the times we cook ugali. Those that are in Kenya know what I'm talking about, or in East Africa. We are cooking ugali, and usually we cover that ugali with a pot that has cooked it, so that it retains. What I'm doing is, let me show you what I'm doing. You're just wondering what is happening here. She's not even showing us anything, she's just talking. I've just come in and now I'm preparing the onion. I want to start cooking. So you may have cooked ugali, and with the ugali you don't, I'm slicing the onions. The camera may not show. So the ugali, and one member of your family has not arrived by the time you eat at 7. Most of the times we eat at 7:30. That member has not arrived. So you cannot put food in the fridge, his share, because he may enter at 8, at 9, at 10, or at 11. Oh, it's getting good. Oh, yeah, guys. What happens to my eyes with onion? Onion is curly. Onion is very bitter on my eyes. So that person may enter home immediately after maybe you people have eaten, the rest of you have eaten. And when he enters, he needs to find his food warm. So now you cannot just go putting everything in the fridge. No, you don't do that. You give him space to arrive, and when he arrives, it is when you will now serve him. And if he comes maybe much later when you have slept, so that food will not go in the fridge until he comes and eats. So this makes you leave the food out there for the night maybe, because at some point you doze, you won't go and sleep, and then in the morning you find food there. And in the morning, this is now where I get trapped, or I fall into temptation, or I make a mistake. In the morning I'm running helter-skelter. I want to finish this and then I go to work. I have another appointment. So sometimes I'm not able to come back to the kitchen, try emptying food in the dishes and putting them in the fridge. I leave. And when I leave, I come back at a time like now. This hour, I want to tell you for sure, I don't even know what to do, because I find food that I left in the morning still here in the pots, and I cannot use that food anymore. So guys, this is what happens in these homes. I don't know if it happens in your homes. I wish every member of the family was home by the time you people eat supper. Then you can share supper together, or dinner, whatever you call it. But food left here, leftovers from last night, all go to waste this hour. Had you put them in the fridge, maybe you would spare them, but not ugali. You know, with ugali, you don't keep, you cannot serve it later, when it's cold, when it's after, like now the following morning, you cannot serve ugali after that. If there was ugali that was left last night, that is to go to waste. And with the economy today, if somebody is making you throw food, it is very unfortunate. Unga is very expensive. Unga is going for 230 shillings. 230. And then you throw a whole portion for a whole one person. What a waste. Guys, please like and subscribe to this channel. I want to cook. I don't even know what I am doing. I was slicing onions and now, but all the same, I want to start the cooking. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye. Subscribe.